Isaiah 26 verse 3. And I will tell you why I'm sharing this text with you later. It says, you will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you. Oh my God. It says, because he trusts in you. Do you believe this? So, how do you stay your mind on God? Have you seen God before? Come on, I said, have you seen God before? Physically, most of you haven't. But it says to stay your mind on God. Meaning your mind plays a role. And not only does it play a role, that is where spiritual peace and stability comes from. So you must learn to stay your mind on God. That's a practice. It's something you can get better at. Are you listening to this? You will keep him in perfect peace, whose minds stayed on you. And then you know what's more interesting is when you realize the word translated mind, yester, was translated as womb in so many other places. Oh, no coincidence. It means there is a womb in your mind. And there are things that God wants to bring into your life, he must first bring into your mind. Are you listening to me? And that's where conception takes place. That before it comes to your hand, it must come into your mind. And sometimes God brings you to scenarios where he can paint pictures in your mind to create possibilities in your spirit. Listen, he will take Abraham in the cool of the night and say, look at the stars. Why did God have to do that? He could have just said, I'll give you children, which he had already done. But it means, oh my God, God believes in the power of imagination to transform the faith life of a believer. Look at the stars. Try to count it. As he's counting, his faith is enlarged. Come on, are you with me? Are you getting this? So he begins to see, not only will I have children, they will not be few. And just as he's doing that, he hits a threshold where God sees and considers and says, and then the report is, Abraham believed God and it was counted unto him for righteousness. It means that there are some things that you can see that will make you believe God more. Some of you know what I'm saying. There are some things that you can see that will help you believe God more. And sometimes God sets you up to see those things, to believe those things. He believed God. It was counted unto him for righteousness. Abraham believed God. Can you believe God tonight? That the first time the gospel was preached to Abraham, it was preached with pictures. And that almost throughout the Old Testament, that was the major way the gospel was preached. That every time they slaughtered lambs, God was showing them in a prophetic picture that the Son of God will die. This is a method that is well established in the fabric of faith. Pictures. God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners. So one of the diverse manners is through types and shadows. That as the brazen serpent was lifted up in the wilderness, so shall the Son of Man be lifted. Through types and shadows, pictures. And I'm going to show you how you can engage that to change your life. But let me say this to you quickly. If you don't learn this, the devil will use it against you. Because it's not only God who tries to influence your mind. The devil does. I've taught you this when I was teaching on overcoming temptations. How that you can only make sense of the temptations of Jesus when you understand that it happened in the realm of the mind. Because some people thought that the devil literally took Jesus to a high mountain from whence he could see all the glories of the world. First and foremost, physically, there is no such mountain. Kilimanjaro, Himalayas, they are all not that high, where you see all the glories of the world. Now, figuratively, the internet is like that. You can see all the glories of the world on the internet. But there was no internet at the time. What mountain is that? It must have been a spiritual place, an imaginative place. He could imagine. James explained it this way. He says, a man is tempted when he's drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Meaning you can be in a place and travel. Come on, are you with me? You can be in this hall and you see you travel to all the countries and imagine different things. You lost with imagination. That's how. Or you thought the devil took him physically to the pinnacle of the temple, and people were like, who are those? They say, shh, don't disturb them. The devil is tempting Jesus. And then eventually, when they took him to the high mountain and he said, get behind me, Satan. Satan said, okay. He said, wait, take me back to where you picked me from. And the devil like, make I go or make I stay. And then maybe Jesus had to trek from the mountain back to the wilderness. No wonder it took 40 days. That's not Rema. It happened where all temptations happen. You can be in a room and be on a high mountain with imagination. You can be in your room and be in a classroom at the same time. You can be in a room and be in a hospital. And I'm telling you, the devil has used this. For some of you, you're not even married yet. You are imagining maybe childbearing will be hard. Maybe, God forbid, what if my child, when he's born, has an accident, falls down, and all the negative things. Sometimes it's just your mind, and many times it's the devil. And so you must have to use your words. When I taught on this years ago, I said you don't use thoughts to shift thoughts. You use words. When the devil implants a picture in your mind, don't shake your mind. You know, it's not enough. If you see the wrong image, even if you close your eyes, you can still see it. There is a screen in your mind. The power of imagination. I knew it was serious when I was listening to a man who is about 70 years of age. A very devout Christian, very conservative. He said in his life, he has only seen one pornographic image. He saw it as a teenager. He said he still remembers it. Don't joke with imagination. That's why you must guard your heart with all diligence. And the Bible tells you, as part of your spiritual practice, to renew your mind. Not just regarding overcoming temptation, but in regarding miracles. Because God is going to, oh my God, are you listening to what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the miraculous, God uses the mind. And so the children of Israel had sinned against God, and serpents came and they beat them, and these people have injuries and sores, and some are dying. And how does God remedy this? God tells Moses, put a brazen serpent on a rod and ask them to look. And as the sick people saw a brazen serpent, these people, they must have been terrified by serpents. But now, these serpents that beat them ran before they could kill them. But now you see a serpent hung on a rod. These fiery beasts that has killed many people, you see it helpless on a rod, overpowered. And then now your focus is on the power of God. It's not that devastating after all. And as they're seeing it, the wounds are closing up. Come on, are you getting what I'm saying? Imagine you saw the things that are trying to capture you captured. The same snake that beat you and ran away, you see it on a rod, dead. By imagination, just hanging helpless. And you fix your mind on it. And so your spirit now opens to the possibility of God. What has been trying to get me has been gotten. No need to worry anymore. And then according to that prophetic story, the wounds begin to close up. Literally says, let them look and live. So there is a principle of imagination even in healing. You must learn to see yourself well. Some of you have been so sick for so long, you can't even imagine what it means to be well again. And I'm telling you, you must imagine it. Come on, are you with me? Imagine yourself being free to travel without having to take drugs. Imagine yourself able to do any exercise, any sports without help. Imagine yourself running without gasping for breath like you're going to die. Imagine yourself well. You know, someone told a story. He was praying for someone who was almost blind. And he says, he told the person, close your eyes. Close her eyes. And he says, can you see? So she opened her eyes to see. He says, close your eyes. And he says, can you see? And she tried to open her eyes. He said, close your eyes. I didn't ask you to open your eyes. I want you first to see yourself seeing. Oh my God. See yourself seeing first. So I'm asking you, can you see yourself walking again? Can you see yourself carrying your miracle in your hands? Can you see yourself? Listen, because one of the first things the devil will attack is your faith in such a way that you lose your optimism, and in the bid to logically be reasonable so that your expectations will not be so high to be disappointed, you stop believing. Unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all you ask or think, according to the power that works in you. So it is possible that your asking and your imagination can stir up deposits of power in you. Are you ready to do that tonight?